8 nations, vibrant and emerging democracies, growing economies, and home to over 1.5 billion people and major religions of the world, South Asia has all the makings of a regional dynamo itching for its place under the global sun. Chasing the dream of an economically and culturally integrated South Asia, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi heads to Kathmandu for the 18th SAARC summit, which will be held on November 26-27. The summit will focus on fructifying the immense potential of South Asia, India's ambient region. Mr. Modi made a core thrust of his foreign policy from day one when he invited all the leaders of the South Asian countries for his swearing-in ceremony in New Delhi on May 26 and held wide-ranging talks with them. Building upon his initial meetings, Prime Minister Modi is now set to unveil an ambitious SAARC agenda that will entwine the region closer in a web of win-win opportunities.
Prime Minister Modi from the very beginning has stressed on foreign relations in his priority for SAARC. And that's the reason why he invited all the SAARC leaders for the swearing-in ceremony. He is also, over the last 5-6 months, he's emerging as a leader who's known for, as the President of USA said, man of action. So his thrust is always on action. So in SAARC, this is one area where action or implementation has been wanting. There's a lot that SAARC has done so far. This will be the 18th summit. So in the past summits, they have made a number of decisions, declarations. So everyone's expectation is that with India's dynamic leader and his commitment to neighborhood, we can do something which will move things forward.
Imparting a renewed energy and momentum to regional economic integration will top the agenda at the Kathmandu summit. Fittingly, the 18th summit is themed Deeper Integration for Peace, Progress and Prosperity. The South Asian Free Trade Area Agreement had led to a scaling of intra-regional exports to about $22 billion in 2013 from $10 billion in 2006. But experts say this is just the tip of the iceberg. The best is yet to come, and India is expected to proactively join efforts with other South Asian countries for South Asia Economic Union.
We already have the SAFTA in place, and in 2010 we signed the agreement South Asia Trading Services, or SATIS. So we have to see that there is progress in both these agreements so that intra-regional trade in the region increases, also intra-regional investment increases. So in that context, one of the ideas that were recently mooted by Prime Minister Modi of creating a SAARC development bank becomes important, because a bank to finance trade and investment can go a long way in the region.
Now there are a number of areas where this can happen. Already the process of trade integration in the region, there is a SAFTA, SAARC Free Trade Area agreement, which is for commodities. And there is a SAARC Free Trade Area for services, which is also ready. So in the services agreement, India and Bhutan have already given their schedules. Rest of our neighbors, if they come forth with the schedules, this thing will go forward.
Connectivity is a reigning mantra of the Kathmandu summit and the SAARC process. The focus this time around will be on weaving the region together in a web of rail, road and air links. One can expect SAARC country to sign pacts on enhancing rail and road connectivity at the Kathmandu summit.
I would give a very positive suggestion that India has strongly believed in promoting transport integration. Bangladesh has taken some initiatives in this matter and has attempted to facilitate this. But India's gesture would be that, look, it isn't that just we want access to the northeast, we want the whole of South Asia to be integrated. So what we are willing to offer is for a trans-Indian highway and rail connection, which would enable Pakistani, Afghan and Central Asian products to move to Bangladesh. We are now very big importers of cotton from Central Asia.
Connectivity can't be just physical. In the end, it's forging connections of mind and heart that matter. India is therefore expected to unveil new initiatives and highlight the need for promoting people-to-people, educational and cultural linkages.
You know, the SAARC region, this whole South Asian region, was a single economic unit as late as till 1960s. And there was free trade, there was connectivity, people could travel from across the region. The whole attempt has been for the last successive summits to restore that connectivity so that people could travel freely, so that they'll have road transport facility, they could have air transport or surface transport, they could have visa-free travel. So all these have been debated and worked upon in the past several years. Now is the time to make a decisive push in all these directions to put the people-to-people connectivity of SAARC on a firm footing.
Harnessing cultural and spiritual energies of the region will complement the larger project of regional integration. South Asia is the cradle of four important religions of the world: Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism and Jainism, and its multicultural and multi-religious mosaic includes nearly 500 million Muslims who live in the region. Besides religion, language and literature also play the role of powerful cultural connector. Nobel-winning sage poet Rabindranath Tagore is equally popular in India and Bangladesh and across the region. Soulful couplets authored by Urdu poets like Mirza Ghalib and Iqbal are recited with equal fervor in both India and Pakistan and across the region. With such literary, cultural and religious affinities, reinforced by a common impulse for regional economic integration and development, it's clearly time for South Asia. Leaders should seize this SAARC moment of South Asian Renaissance and unleash collective prosperity for over 1.5 billion people of the region.